Do you wander through life without a map? What if I told you it's been in your hands all along? Only sticky from last night's dumpling sauce, scribbled with crooked lines of sighs and dotted with the dashed trails of unshed grievances. You hold it every day, without realizing that this crumpled, tear-soaked napkin is your only compass. A map where the path always leads back to yourself. In the last revelation, we admitted humanity has been whining since the cradle. From the very first cry, "I'm hungry," to the last whisper, "I'm tired." Even kings in their towers quietly complain about the weight of their crowns, hiding behind noble speeches. We understood. Whining is an ancient language in which the universe itself whispers, "You haven't turned to stone yet. You still feel, and that means you are alive." But today, we raise the bar. It's time not just to whine, but to whine with artistry. Like wine, not just alcohol, but a bittersweet story about the sun, the soil, and the passage of time. Your whining, too, deserves a glass of thin, trembling crystal. Welcome to the Map of Whining, the unofficial, but only true guide through the winding streets and dead ends of dissatisfaction. This is not a dry manual, but a worn-out diary, with coffee stains, cookie crumbs, and scribbles in the margins. Here I cried, here I laughed through clenched teeth, and here I simply gave up. Before you are 7 levels of whining. 7 stations on the subway of the soul. And if you're sitting there, staring at your phone, be surprised, you've long passed your stop. And now you're riding, wherever the universe decides to take you. First, silent whining. You're not yet officially in the order of whiners. You're just a realist. Well, thoughts scroll by, like subtitles in an old black and white movie. Rain, again, how predictable. You don't even realize that this is already a quiet, wordless prayer to the Church of St. Wine. Second, social whining. You cross yourself with hashtags. Everything is ruined, mood, when is vacation. You toss coins into the fountain of other people's "oh wow, same here," hoping someone will hand you an umbrella. But the internet is a temple where everyone prays at once, and no one hears anyone. Third, fiery whining. You no longer ask, you demand justice. Why is my coffee cold? Why is the elevator broken? Why is the world like this? You're a prophet, crying out in the desert, only to realize at home that you forgot to bring water. Fourth, philosophical whining. You complain about the meaning of life with the expression of someone who's just discovered life is a sandwich and you are the butter, about to drop on the floor. What's the point? Who's to blame? And most importantly, where are my keys? Fifth, concrete whining. You don't ask anymore. You've accepted. You lie on the couch like a letter with no address or stamp. Even the cat makes a wide detour around you. But here, in this concrete silence, real magic begins, because sometimes the bottom turns out to be a springboard. Sixth, cleansed whining. You brew tea and suddenly think, actually, this is delicious. You no longer fight with the world. You just watch the rain, tapping on the glass, and whisper, so be it. This is not surrender. This is a truce with yourself. Seventh, transcendent whining. You turn your old complaints into jokes, into warm hugs, into stories. For those still stuck at level 3, you're no longer a whiner. You're a shaman who can distill pain into laughter and tears into morning dew. But whining has not only depth, but also breadth. Every whiner expresses themselves in their own style, their archetype. 1. The loner whiner grumbles quietly, almost to themselves, but just enough for the world to slightly hear. Their lines are like rain outside the window. It won't flood you, but it will dampen the mood. Often found in buses and doctors' waiting rooms. 2. The tribune whiner, loud and charismatic. They don't just complain, they rally a crowd. Their lament about a homeowners meeting could start a revolution. Dangerous because they believe every word they say. 3. The mystic whiner complains in riddles. Instead of bad, they'll say, I sense the stars are misaligned and the cheese in the fridge is in the wrong phase. They can whine about the weather while discussing karma and the cycles of Venus. 4. The chronicler whiner, keeper of all grievances from the last 15 years, remembers the date, time and air temperature of every injustice, maintains an inner archive of complaints ready to share excerpts at any occasion. 5. The aesthetic whiner whines beautifully, with such word choice that even the rain outside starts to sound like the soundtrack to an art house film. Their complaints are quotable and could probably sell as aphorisms on Twitter. 6. The practical whiner complains with a purpose. This isn't just whining, it's a method of influencing the world. If I stand by the window with this face, someone will definitely bring me tea. Often gets results, and later even believes they were just chatting. Note: an archetype is not a prison. A whiner can be both a mystic and a tribune, or an aesthetic and a chronicler. A true master can switch like a DJ between tracks, depending on the audience and the weather. If you're nodding right now, thinking, damn, that's me. Congratulations. You've just found yourself on the map. Remember, whining is not weakness. It's a superpower. You can aim anywhere. In the next revelation, we will reveal the ultimate secret. Whining can rule the world. From protests at your doorstep to revolutions, from grumbling in group chats to changes in the law. Get ready. It's going to be loud, soft, and mercilessly honest. Amen. And may the blanket, the spare tissue, and a mug of something warm be with you. Dramatic goodbye, and see you in the next revelation.
We have won, we are whining, and we shall whine forever and ever. Amen. Amen. We have won, we are whining, and we shall whine forever and ever. Amen. We have won, we are whining. forever and ever. Amen. Amen.
Church of Saint Wine. It's true.